Welcome back to in today's video. I'm playing Planet Coaster, and in today's video we're going to be finishing up this side of the park, or at least this side of the river. I might leave the train for another episode, and I'll just do that as like finishing touches thing and do both stations in that. I don't know entirely yet. It all depends on time and stuff. But I did replace the gerstlauer Skyfly with the parallelogram flat ride. This one. I don't know what entirely it is, but just rotates. And then we have a gerstlauer Infinity Coaster. Got a launch here, goes into a vertical loop, then a banana roll. Then we have this turn, and then we go into a helix. 0G roll, which while this is very uncommon for gerstlauers, it's kind of just the only thing that, other than every time they'll like fit in here, and they would want this to be mostly inversions. So, version gives them negative G's. Then we go into an airtime hill, and then just turn around to then go into the final break run. And then we'll also have, of course, maintenance area for it over there. And then we also have the iron claw. And then we have this little plaza here, but I don't know entirely if we're going to be doing much of anything with the plaza in terms of any shops or anything. I might put in a food unit. I don't entirely know yet how this area is going to entirely flow. But I'll help you all and share the final product in just a little bit, so I'll see you then. Alrighty, so I finished the build. Start over here with Tango. This is what replaced Skyfly. It's a parallelogram. That's what's called in game. I don't know what it actually is in real life though. There's a pretty big queue for it. Got first Calipen here. Go back to here behind the bathroom, second little Calipen. And we come back, and then we enter into the ride area. Nothing much to it. I purposely want more of a family ride in here, just because all the other rides around here are more intense rides that kids wouldn't really want to go on compared to this, where it is more of a kid-friendly ride. And then I just cut off the rest of the plot of it by putting in a planter or two in this area. Then coming on down our path. So this area, it's kind of a loose Mexican/Western theme. So I tried to incorporate a lot of wood stuff into this whole area, which is definitely a pretty well themed area. This is probably the most theming though that we're probably going to actually invest into an area. If you are keen to eye, you will notice this is the same food unit from Tomatoland, Buster Spice Shack. I literally completely ripped up everything with it. I just moved the door to being behind it for the maintenance area. And then that is the main back area for this is also connected with the maintenance area for the Infinity Coaster. Do need to put in some clutter in there. That I'll put in off camera. And then the big centerpiece for this little plaza here is this bowl. Then there's just 3 fragments left. They all go together to make a bowl. I really like how this sign actually goes together, and it works out well for a centerpiece. Also on top of the tower on the Infinity Coaster station, there is also the same exact plaque too. Train station, we're leaving all the train stuff for finishing touches episode or whatever. One episode. I ain't doing it right now. So then that brings us to El Toro. And that is just our Iron Claw. So go back here with the queue, Calipen, Iron Claw. I have put planners around the entire plot except for the area that they actually use, which is here. And while it does cover up the steps, it doesn't hide the railings, which is a bit annoying, but you sometimes have to deal with that. And the planners is also different levels. I just wanted to display the foundations for the sports are actually in, the complete sports are in too. That's why I had the corners lower. And yeah, color scheme just kind of made it to where it matched the rest of the area around here. And there is a bunch of trees in here too. Wanted to make this feel like the edge of the park and fairly forested. And then we come to the main event, El Matador. So I mean, this definitely does complement El Toro quite well, because El Matador is a bullfighter. And El Toro's a bull. That's them in Spanish. But coming all back to here, got just a nice big Calipen. No covering in here either. Any trees would give a pretty decent covering, but nothing much here. And then we come up our entrance, which is stairs. Then we come into our station. This is a pretty similar station design that I have used before, just wood beams, and just give a nice open framework with, what is it called, the H wood for the roof. And I believe that's the Viking wood for everything else around here. Yeah, Viking wood wall. And then we have our elevator door here. Kentucky Kingdom, they have lightning run. There is stairs for the exit and stairs for the entrance, which we have here too. So what they did is that they put in a small little elevator for disabled guests to use. And that's the same thing that would happen here. We'll look at the entrance to it once we get out of the ride. But nothing much with this side of the station. We also have the same fencing that I used throughout the rest of the area with the wooden fencing that we used for the Beast Wrath area too in Tomatoland. I'm ripping quite a bit off of Tomatoland. And this may seem like a very odd color scheme, but this is pretty much, I based it off what classic Elementadors would wear, bullfighters. And they wear a sort of pink and gold clothing suit type thing, and also a bit of red. So that's where I got this very odd color scheme. But it honestly has grown on me, and it does look pretty nice. I do hope that you all think that too. Then coming out of here, we come down the stairs for our exit, and then we have another little ramp here. Do have a covering over the path. This is quite low, but you gotta do what you gotta do sometimes. Station isn't exactly particularly high either, but this is just to protect people from anything that might fall off the train. In terms of like oil or anything, it would fall into here instead of the guests. Technically they wouldn't need to do that because they aren't trapping people there, but I figured they would just do that just to help keep the whole area nice and clean. And then this is the entrance to the elevator. On the left, we have the transfer track, and then we have the maintenance building. Got access to it in there. 2 garage doors for tracks, and the tracks are in here. Nothing inside of there. Nothing that we can actually put in there. I'm gonna get that detailed. And this is our transfer track. Nothing much to it, it's just steel I-beams. 2 of them would be sufficient. And then we also have the entrance into the back area for Western Spy Shack and the maintenance area for our gerstlauer Infinity Coaster. And I did also finish up the antique car ride with putting in the not dome dive fencing, but the fencing around it. And then we can come into the ride area of the Infinity Coaster. This whole area around here is all dome dive fencing. Right here is dome dive fencing too, and then also over here in this area is dome dive fencing too, along with this little dip here. Those are the 4 areas of dome dive fencing all around the whole ride. The rest of it's obviously up high. So like I said in the beginning, for the elements, launch, loop, banana roll, helix, then 0G roll, airtime hill, nice little turnaround, and then the brake run. And that's how it all kind of looks. And I did put in custom footers also over here. Did forget to change the color on them, but they actually don't even look that bad being black. I might just leave them like that. They look like that they would be like that too. And I mean, we can't really do much of anything about the supports unless I were to do custom supports over here in terms of for them being peeking out in the water, but it's fine how it is. But we will go on a ride on El Matador. Next episode, we will be crossing the river, and we will have a coaster here, but I want to wait a minute on that because I want to do the coaster that goes here first. Which I actually have already made this coaster, but you guys won't get to see that until the next episode when we'll actually work on that and its whole area around it. And this area will be quite compact, just like over here too. But go for a ride on El Matador, and that'll be it from me. I do hope you enjoyed it. If you have enjoyed, make sure to like, subscribe to the next one. Bye!